Hello and welcome to Rule the Waves 3, playing as France, starting 1890 on Super Large. This is December 1948, episode 71. Last time Germany collapsed, their government collapsed, so we got ourselves a victory after completely annihilating three fleets, the Austro-Hungarian, the Italian and the German. We started with the German removing their surface fleet, and we spent a lot of time fighting in the Mediterranean, helped greatly by invading Sardinia and Greece. That sort of forced the Austro-Hungarians into battle. And then we dealt the blow to those final carriers that the Germans had in the Bay of Biscay during the last turn. Yes, we did sink two carriers, I think it was. I didn't actually lose anything important, just wasted some more destroyers. But it was an example of hubris and bad planning and poor reactivity, and it was one of the most chaotic and badly executed battles of my entire Rule the Waves career, and that led to a victory. It didn't get as many points as I hoped for. I got 10 from Germany from the German collapse that I converted into resources, war operations. Then I got 7, was it maybe, from the general peace or something like that. I used some of them to grab Greece, the last sort of Axis holdout in the Med, because it's a place that's annoying to fight over, because there's a lot of air bases, and it's a good distance from my other Mediterranean positions, so it's not a good place to fight over in the aircraft carrier age. So, and my economy is also pretty strong, so I felt that I could spare those 3-4 points. The only other 2 locations I have paid points for is Norway, and I don't remember, did I pay points for Egypt or did I invade it? I cannot recall, but usually war reparations is better, especially early on, because that grows your economy long term. Whereas colonies, only take colonies if you think you need them for basing or planes, or because they are Egypt or Panama, or they have oil and you don't have oil, that sort of thing. So anyway, let's jump in. Here we are again in December 48. Everything is relatively harmonious except Japan and the Soviet Union are still at it. I'm still allied to the US, even though they are the worst allies ever. US also allied to UK and Japan. Italy, for some reason, annoyed. Germany annoyed at Japan. Not sure why, but game reasons. Intel report not interesting. Yes, we can see I have, well, not counting the US, I have a surface fleet that is probably way too big for now. I have some old CVs that aren't really future-proof. So we have, and I have a lot of ships that are getting pretty long in the tooth. So now it is time to kill your darlings. We will start by doing this. And then I will just brutally slash these, including their aircraft. I don't see myself rebuilding these. They are just too small and slow and everything. Yes. No! I hope I kill them. Yeah, I managed to kill them. Then, since we're already here, we can take all squadrons on ship and change their numbers to 8. That should reduce costs quite a bit. And these carrier dudes, they get You have 6 planes, and I will also way too many naval patrol aircraft. Let's just get rid of those that are sort of single. Those were created for the anti-sub role. Expand. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 land-based groups. Yeah, and way too many still on the carriers. Oh, very high. Why are these? They escaped the purge. So there you go. Then we are down to a little over 6,000. Cutting this to 10% is an option, but it only saves a few hundred. Could take Austria-Hungary down to medium. And Japan down to low. They are so far away, absolutely have no interest in fighting them. Let's save. That has brought the aircraft under control. Now, the reason I didn't purge these the last time around was that I had this idea that I could build them up to speed 26, and since they have 4 triple turrets, I could swap those turrets for 17-inch guns. I don't remember if we talked about that, but this is very much a possibility, and then you can strip out the upper belt, you can get additional belt armor. But it's still a 26 knot ship, so I'm not entirely convinced that it's something. It's possible. It's not that it's not up, but it also has TPS-1s, which I do not think is very future-proof for a future ship, and it would just cost too much to refit them. So out they go. The same problem really with these ships here. First of all, they cannot be refitted to. I can refit them to 17-inch, but then I would have singles here, so a broadside of 6, and that is very wasteful. And I can only bring them to 30 knots, which is not something I'm interested in. So 8 ships go. That leaves us with 8 battle cruisers that can be brought up to speed 33. That's good. And we have these that can probably not be brought all the way to 30. I don't think that is possible, not even with gas turbines, but Alliance will need some form of engine refit. I can probably push them up to 28, maybe 29. 28 would be sufficient, I think, because this is my battle line and I have so many battle cruisers. Yeah. I now have much less in terms of battleships than the US, and also battle cruisers, but other than that, fairly competitive. Great Britain has rebuilt a battle cruiser fleet, including some 17-inch guns armed, but not very good at using all forward armament. So not very concerned. And although they have built some fast battleship, it's like just a fraction of their total fleet. The US has a wild mix of these cool 30-knot actual Iowa, kind of Iowa, but with 4-inch. They have these 12, 16 inches that are bigger and slower, but actually my favorite AI ship thus far of this game, but they are huge. They have so many. Some of them are very big. They also held back, I think, with a relatively big number of older designs. But US definitely powerful. But now I have only ships that are reasonably upgradable. These are the oldest ones. They have turned 20 years, but they still have enough life in them to last the game. I think they will never go beyond 15, so not ideal, but also not horrible. But into the mothball they go. These cruisers can also go to mothball. Okay. West Africa, Indian Ocean, move to the Med. You can go into mothball there. These are on foreign station. Might build a few more just for fun. We also need to build more light cruisers. We are way behind in that. And also I think 12,000 has been unlocked without us noticing. So that is cool. Now we have only 8 carriers, but they are good carriers. And also the jet age will start soon. And I think these, I'm not even sure if these are buildable into jet carriers, or if we will sort of keep them as pure prop carriers and build new dedicated jet carriers. I think the cap is like 44,000 tons or something now, so pretty big difference. Our DGs, our minesweepers, we just keep going. They need some refits, but fine. I probably need to build more minesweepers. Might build 200 tonners or a 600 tonner where I try to combine a little bit of ASV with minesweeping. We'll see. This 1,000-ton 4-bin didn't really work out. It's too good to be a pure ASV ship and not good enough to be a fleet destroyer, so that was a mistake. So not building more of those. So all the Fs are pure sub-hunters from now, so this one will go into the sub-hunter category. All the DEs are pretty good, but some of them need some rebuilding or scrapping maybe even. No, they are too good to be scrapped. I have quite a few that are, these are 4-inchers, the rest are 5-inchers. The Panther is pretty good, but I also want to go all the way to 2,500 tons from a sort of base destroyer. I think it's time for that now. The Tigers haven't really worked out, mostly because I have used them very poorly. I send them in and then they get slaughtered. Not the right way to do things, but unless I change the way I use them, then it is better for me just to spam something in the 2,000, 2,500 range. Spam, they are super expensive. So building carriers, I'm not planning on new light cruisers, probably a pair of more heavily armored of these, including improved 10-inch guns we bought from the US, if you remember. We'll not start any new builds here, but yeah, we are doing some conversion work. Probably starting with the Atlantis because they are, I mean, a 29 knot battle cruiser, what is that? It's slower than some of the battleships on the field. Not good. So we have a destroyer that I had a look. Can't pronounce the name, so I won't try to. It's a 2,500 tonner, spacious, 35 knot diesels, fast diesels. It looks pretty good. Extra torpedoes, 2 quads, mines, all the bells and whistles. DP, some AA. This AA director is mostly for flavor. I don't think the difference between 10 and 14 is really that much, but we can take it off if we want improved radar or whatever. Could put some more tonnage into ammo, but then I would have to maybe reduce that ammo to fit other stuff, so we can increase it later if it turns out that it is too little. So putting that into production, I did look at that 12,000 ton cruiser, but I didn't quite connect with it. It needs to go 34 knots and it needs to have the same armor as these guys, preferably 4 inches on the belt actually, and a 5th turret would be grand. The turrets need to be armored so they can actually eat the hits that they take for the ship. So with good belt, good turret armor, and many turrets, then it's pretty good. But then again, I use these light cruisers poorly, like my destroyers, so they get slaughtered sometimes. On the other hand, I lost 2 of this class, but I feel I got a lot of utility out of them. A couple of times they really punched well above their weight, going around and sort of breaking up the enemy's escape and letting my other ships catch up and do their thing. So yes, we will take these 2 Atlantis and rebuild them, replace machinery of course, and we need to go to 33 knots, and we definitely need diesels because acceleration is nice. These need to be TP. These can go into double. The placement, I don't like the look of those. This looks better. Not important, but I think that looks better. It has no director, so we have to do something about that. Maybe 20 of this and 60 of this. That's too many. 16. Spacious. All good here. I feel I have forgotten something, and that is ammo, of course. Oh, close. Now the big question. Upgrading this to 17 quality 0 will actually give a better gun with a range of 35,000, which will improve accuracy because often you will not be shooting at maximum range. So it could be a thing, but it would cost like 3,000 extra per month. So basically you 50%, almost 50% extra to replace the 17-inch guns. And to be honest, I can show you here. Now it's 78, so upgrade is like 30,000 extra. So not a full, no. So it's 6,500 a month, or so 3,500 extra per month. So that's 7,000 for 2, 14,000 extra per month for. So I think we can agree that yes, it would be super fantastic to be able to do that, but it is not worth it. 17 minus 1 will have to be good enough for these people. Yes, I know, it is unfortunate, yes. So we will rebuild those 2. These are also getting pretty tired. I don't think I can get speed much higher, no. Can get speed to 28, like I briefly mentioned. There isn't much more we can do. This can be 60 and this can be 16. Do we want to keep the That's an interesting question. 50. The concurrent has 5-inch. Let's go with 5-inch guns. I always overuse 6-inch guns, so, and it's quality 1, so let's do 5 quality 0 instead. You think that doesn't make sense? That's probably true, but let's go with it anyway. Yeah, and we have some options when a better radar becomes available. Diesel. Very good. This only costs 4,000. That is more acceptable. It's still in the positive, but we will of course be starting some destroyers, or will we? Or will we start some destroyers? Yes, we will. We need to build some new stuff as well. So we've scrapped everything that we are not going to use. I can put these guys on mothball, all of them. Doesn't save a lot, but we can do it anyway. Some active, these are active. Just mothball all my carriers. Not good with them anyway. Okay. Yeah, research. Aircraft first. This new torpedo bomber, great. Hope this fighter will be good. Then we are mostly set for the end of the prop era. Later we will have some jets and stuff. But research, now we have mostly reached, not the end of research, but there are very few techs left, and some of them are from the 50s and 60s. So we will put this to low, very few armor left. There are some here, including gas turbines, but that's in the future. This one has super carriers. We still haven't unlocked that electro-optical director subdivision. This one is low because just some anger foam thingies. Damage control for carriers, not that interesting. This has some improvements, I think. Auto loaders for 3-inch, for example, that can be interesting. Bulbous bow, sure. Projectors, low. Fleet tactics, medium. Okay, fine. Save, turn. Statistics, we shot down 300 aircraft over the course of 2 years, and less than 30 were shot down by AA, so an equal number damaged probably, and some turned away, but overall, I don't know. Kill numbers seem pretty low for a 2-year war involving many carriers and land aircraft. I don't want to say that it is unrealistic, because I know that a lot of shells were expended per aircraft shot down, but 4 nations involved in a fight to the death that dragged on for 2 years, but only 30 aircraft were shot down by anti-air sounds not correct. So what are we waiting for? Okay, yeah, we're waiting for this one to unlock. So did all of this. Construction is still, I would like it to be twice of maintenance, which it will be once we start building in earnest. Oh, I see some ships have repaired acoustic torpedoes. Okay, nice. Guided bomb. Still at it. Go to the build screen, yes. How many can we build? We can build 10. Nice. I was gonna check something, but it just disappeared. Maybe we have some actually good commanders available now. Above average, that's acceptable. Dissolve, we will never again have that many dissolve. We can keep one for, I don't know. This one has no ships, so we cannot assign anyone. Light cruiser. Mothball. Reserve. Serve. Carriers active, only 2 destroyers repairing, so you can see we are having a little bit of a surplus situation, but that's okay. Subs. Okay. I'm gonna build 2 normal subs, that's 400. Build 2 more coastal subs. The US has a huge active fleet in the Med and a huge active fleet in North Europe, while the Soviet Union is touring the Caribbean. Fun. Very fun. I can reorganize my destroyer divisions off screen at some point. Uninteresting, but okay. Oh, but I'm not interested in the 6-inch autoloader, so allows battleship to screen CV. Yeah, I think BCs already can do it. Not sure. I don't have any BBs fast enough. Never will. We only have 1 fighter and it's pretty slow, so that's not surprising. We need some new builds. Haiti. Oh, we've arrived at this decolonization age. This one. Haiti, it's actually one territory we might be interested in keeping if we ever decide to fight the US. Yeah, you know what? they can just have their independence. I have Guantanamo. It will do. Spain and Italy. Yeah, Spain is fascist, so interesting here. Rebuilding. Let's just rebuild these as well. ISO 28. Dual purpose 250. 350. 1660, I think it was. Advanced director. Yeah, I think that's it actually. Do we have more aviators? This one is on a destroyer division. Aviator and music lover. Wow. Very cultured. I just noticed we had a good administrator, so no, it's entirely the wrong ship. What? I was gonna put him on a backing ship. Never mind, never mind. My bad, my bad. No, we can go look after the laundry barge. Most useless tech in the game. You can use your main gun for AA. Gunnery accuracy, nice, nice, nice. I wanted to put this guy on a big ship. So Mr. Favreau can go to Aquitaine. Favreau. There you go. That was what I was trying to do earlier. Oh, the prestige system is completely bonkers. Once you get, no, don't get me started. You get 2 for even the biggest victory, but then you reassign the single officer, and yeah, I'm gonna take 10 points off Gryffindor. Completely laughable. Again, officer system has potential, but it is not well implemented currently. budget. Yeah, this is slightly better. Immediately this one stands out. Better max cruise speed, better range, best firepower, best maneuverability, best toughness. So definitely the Loire. This torpedo bomber can just be obsolete now. Fighter, medium bomber. Medium bomber is able to carry a torpedo, which I think is very good. I think this one is the worst that we have, the naval patrol aircraft. The range, or should we try to get it equipped with a torpedo? Can it even carry torpedo? Yes, I think I've seen patrol boats with, but let's go range this time. Again, air-to-ground rockets. I don't think those rockets are useful at all. I think they very rarely hit and they don't do any damage. So Spain has stone techs. Very rude. Sure. It's rumored to carry more. So Germany and Austria-Hungary allied again. Italy and Spain ally have our alliance. There is no war at the moment. Good. Ships under construction. This is proceeding nicely. Yeah, I had to do some other stuff, but I think I have designed a light cruiser that I'm reasonably happy with. It's 34 knots of speedy diesels. It is well armored for a light cruiser. 4-inch, 3-inch extended, some conning tower, but more importantly, 6-inch on the turrets and 5 triple turrets, 2.5 on the turret top. This will, I think, make it even tankier because those turrets will take quite a few hits and they will actually survive those hits, which means they can continue to take hits, which is very useful. Does not have TPS-2, that is unfortunate, but I just couldn't fit it along with the speed. Same with spacious accommodation, just can't do it. And I will have to take off a turret, and I don't want that. Unit machinery is a must. Inclined belt works well with the other stuff here. Flat on top of deck. Narrow is the most efficient in terms of tonnage. All or nothing weighs more. Slope deck is pointless, it weighs more, and also, again, 1-inch slope, that's not useful. A little bit of AA. This is not an anti-aircraft cruiser because I don't really believe in those, but for flavor reasons it has an AA director. I mean, it would do fine without one AA director, but yeah, this doesn't have Palot, so why not? Why do that? 180 shots advanced director, 15 guns total, quality 1, very nice. Now, I chose 4-inch guns because we don't have room for 5 and 3 like my other ships. So that's why we have 6 and 4, so that I have some guns in a secondary battery that can engage the target other than my main guns, because they shoot at one target. These are basically free to engage several other targets if needed. I think that's useful. Symbolic torpedoes, and we have no advanced radar yet, so we might as well toss on 20. 300 shots for 4 inches, pretty good. 180, yeah, it could be more, but it's not horrible. So, save and finish, 3 months. So we will build at least 6 of those, I think, to sort of fill out the roster of light cruisers. So let's just push on. More of that. Light cruiser, no, we don't care. You can now see that my fleet tonnage is no longer up there. It's more on the level of Japan, and the UK has rebuilt, but we are now focusing on quality over quantity, on also sustainability during war, and new builds. Fresh, good, strong ships. Let's move forward. Tension. Oh, Japan and Soviet Union are at it again. Funny. Two subs, yay! So US no longer. More budget, yes, please. I like budget. Go to the build screen. Yes, and we will build a batch of 3. Good. Good. Four turns left. The fighter is still developing. So assign commander of average. Thank you. Hampshire. Deny. Skip bombing. Guided bombs. Guided bombs. France has crushed the rebels in Haiti. I completely forgotten about the rebellion. I had written that one off. Okay. Now we are in 1950, and it is time to end this episode, I think. Yeah. We have more aviators now. Probably not. No, they are all taken above average. So, thank you for watching, and see you again in the next one.